Hey, good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here, Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary, Wednesday, April the 30th. Good morning, all, and hope you're off to a good start this morning. Let's take a look at some of our news and features here this morning. First, let's talk about overnight grain trade. And we'll do want to mention I'll be doing RFD TV this morning, 8:15 Central Time, as well as Thursday and Friday morning this week. So every day this week at 8:15 to close out the week. I am working today, but we've been without power for the last 24 hours here in Springfield. Not the entire city is affected, but where we are at, it's certainly affected. A lot of places are. Over 50,000 residents affected without power overnight. So we're still up and running, though. We have a backed up system and generators, and we're still rolling. So let's talk about overnight markets. Dollar's a little bit firmer in here, and crude oil is down 88 points, almost $1. We're below the $60 mark and probably headed lower yet. Stock market sharply lower here after some ADP numbers came out this morning. We'll talk more about that this morning. We're having a pullback after not gains, but at least steady type trade overnight. And now a big setback is coming here. Gold and silver down sharply as well. Corn off 1/4 cent by the close. Beans down 10.5 by the close. That was kind of the strong market yesterday. We were down and then we came back, but we're down again here in the overnight. I think the weather looks good, and that's pressuring these markets in here. Deliveries were not very large at all, and usually you get a rally after this delivery period. Meanwhile, wheat is 1/4 higher. Chicago, Kansas City down 3/4 of a cent. Now, let's talk about these markets and what's driving these markets here. Go to our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com, where you can sign up for our daily newsletters, our YouTube series of videos, as well as any other information tech service that you desire. Growing conditions really just ideal for most of the nation as far as newly seeded corn and soybean crops. And winter wheat conditions expected to improve again next Monday amid good rain forecasts for this week in the winter wheat belt. The wheat is kind of an anchor around the grain markets right now as we're falling to contract lows yesterday and again overnight in Chicago and Kansas City, and that's pulling corn down as well as soybeans. Contract lows, as I mentioned, posted overnight in Kansas City and in Chicago, weighing on the entire complex. Deliveries against the May grain futures include 629 meal, 852 soybean oil, 430 hard red wheat, 88 Chicago wheat, no oats, 3 soybeans, and 240 corn. So really these delivery numbers are not heavy, not by any stretch of the imagination, only 3 soybeans and 240 corn. That is something the market normally absorbs and then rallies. We'll see if we can find some support, find some buying interest here coming out of this delivery period. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a bounce, especially in the corn, going into early May. Today we'll have the census, or not, I'm sorry, not, today. No, I'm sorry, this is coming out on Thursday. I put today in here at 2 o'clock Central Time, and it's actually Thursday, May the 1st. So my mistake there. Census Crush report coming out on Thursday, and that report comes out 2 o'clock Central Time. And estimates, crush is 205.9 million bushels. That would be above last year's number. Oil stocks 1.940 below last year's number. So it doesn't make a lot of sense that we would crush more beans and have less oil stocks build up. Corn use for ethanol would slip from year-ago levels. Again, that report's 2 o'clock tomorrow. This week's cattle facts show us it's down 4,700 head for a total of 227,000 head this week. So this week in the cash markets, we have another late week cash trades. Packers try to pay steady money for the cash this week while feedlots are looking for additional gains. That's your standoff this week, looking for very late session type of trade as Packers continue to cut kills. We're below last week by about 11,000 head as last week's kill was down sharply as well. Iowa Southern Minnesota weekly hog weights, 291.6 pounds versus 291.3 last week and 287.1 last year. Our weights continue to rise in the hogs, and that's bearish, as well as news that China is canceling pork shipments from the U.S. So we've been anticipating that would happen and weigh on futures. We're starting to see that crack in that armor. All right, have a great day, everyone. Good luck and good trading. As always, we wish you the best. Give us a call if you have any questions. We'll talk to you again very soon.